I do want to shout out just real quick. In winner's side, Syrup just took it over to Buzz 3-0.
What?
Yeah.
How?
Great question.
That matchup in any of those matchups? Let's go, Syrup.
Syrup's going crazy, but hopefully two of these players will do as well. I mean, crazy on the ledge, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
That's Numbers' home and where he likes to be, but the problem...
And Tilde's already threatening his home. He said, hey, buddy, you left your doors unlocked. Your stuff is mine. Because he is occupying that ledge. He is holding it down, and he's coming back in with an impact hitbox to the forward. Look at him. Numbers can't get back on.
And Numbers can't get back to stage at all. There it is. One of the biggest things that both I enjoy and can kind of be frustrating about Tilde's play is his hyperfixation on down air. And granted, moves crazy, but also as an edge guarding tool, sometimes you want to be hitting some stuff like forward air or neutral air instead. But
he
against
Numbers,
on
that down air.
But
He got a down air to forward air as well. He's doing it again, especially at the ledge. Look at his damage output.
The damage output and the mix-up of the throw as well. It's like, hey, I'm just going to put you back on stage, set you up on this platform. Anything to cause a mix-up and anything to get John Numbers a little bit less secure in his game plan.
Oh, for sure, another back to out of shield quite yet, denying John of anything. Those lasers just poking away that header bit by bit by bit. Looking to space out of back here as well, looking to mix up his timings too. Looking like Wolf, but ooh, you can't be whipping those up tilts in lieu of that F smash just coming right to your beak.
I like how Tilde understood. It's like, oh yeah, the pushback on down tilt's crazy, but so, wait, hold on. So is his damage output. Wii Fit Trainer is putting on a clinic. Oh, the great tech though from Tilde in order to keep the damage or keep the stock despite the amount of damage that he was able to put on a huge downer, looking for the finisher and find it.
Still gets the coverage, still has that Sun Salutation coverage, and all of a sudden, what was Tilde's massive lead, 3 stocks to 2, has become John Numbers' lead. He gets it. He gets the platform coverage 40%, and that is a Falco off stage with no double jump, but doesn't get the coverage that he was looking for in time. Oh
on
my
the
God.
Reverse Sun Salutation, the pressure is all over the place. He's not even giving Tilde the time in order to utilize anything like a reflector, but that huge double jump down air into the up air keeps this game somewhat even. Falco's ready to put on a show.
And so is Tilde. Gets another new killer off that interaction, using Shine to be able to extend his combo game. And now, looking to maybe catch him, so a Charlotte Hop, perhaps a drop shield with that rising back air. He doesn't find it quite yet. Up throw into back air, and doesn't fully commit off stage. I think if he drifted out, he might have been able to get that second one to cover the air dodge in time.
Yeah, I wonder if Tilde recognized that Numbers was without a jump.
Beautiful. He jumped out there, he baited the goal, and he went back down and got the up tilt.
Blocking down the ledge, a repeat of stock 1 of where Tilde was able to succeed with these landing hitboxes and these pressure from these down airs. Numbers finally trying to get a down air of his own, but gets met in mid-stage. Tilde just shutting everything down, regaining that sense of control that he lost, but unable to finish.
Just has enough verticality to make it back onto the stage. Such a good hit for John Numbers here, but he committed too much to the F tilt. He tried to catch the neutral get up, but he was off by just a few frames as Tilde found that up smash out of the shield.
Tilde shaking off a little bit of the stress that came from that game. Numbers exploded. For just a wide window of time, he detonated and let everything out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But
his damage output, his deep breathing damage output, that's how we fit, baby.
It's just what the character's kind of built to do. Like, either wrestle away control of the game and make you play the Wii Fit game, which sometimes is dealing with awkward hitboxes. Sometimes it's playing off of the ledge. Sometimes it's a mix of the 3 while also deep breathing makes you way stronger than Limit Cloud could ever be.
Oh, without a doubt. And now gets an up tilt into the up air as well. This is basically all that guaranteed damage. Numbers has to make it back onto the stage as Tilde is looking through that 2 frame with that down tilt. Doesn't find it quite yet. And these are all of his amazing buttons that he can use to deal with that planking at ledge. Ugh.
Ooh, danger certainly is rising. The song is correct as both of these two have been looking for huge spikes and big momentum swings off stage. Tilde trying to set up yet another attempt with these down airs, but is just acting way too quick for Numbers' unusual defensive play off of ledge.
And I gotta say, reflecting the shine, reflecting the header, isn't doing a lot because Numbers is never in a position to really get hit by it, but at least it's swatting it away in a fast fashion. Such a good delayed angle and still hitting over the ledge. Found his way back onto the stage, but not for long as he gets thrown off yet again.
Wow, the quick option there from Tilde was huge in order to prevent Numbers from setting up the usual forward tilt, trying to go off stage with the interception and the turnaround from Numbers. What a play.
Such a good catch on the high recovery. Tilde did not want to go to the ledge. He rushed a little bit too much, and he dropped down there. He didn't get the final hitbox of 4 liters. He was looking for huge downing, but not in any position to actually follow up in time. Ooh.
Man, these hula hoops are putting in work, just intercepting Tilde at the worst moments, and the reads from Numbers keep things going.
Oh, but alas, he wanted the spike hit. He wanted the spike hit, the back hit, the foot, the soul of that 4 liter, but he did not find it, and now just shooting out a couple of lasers as well. He is now struggling to get these stocks at the ledge because Numbers is no longer going back on. He is planking like there is no tomorrow.
And going hitbox for hitbox in just the situations where he can control. And that's everything that I feel like John Numbers is in a nutshell. It's about control. But Tilde trying to let that loose a little bit. The poking down tilt comes in for the stock, and he finds that up throw.
Oh yeah, and there it is. That's that damage, that 489, that 63, and most importantly, that stage control. But the one time he needed to shoot away the header, he did not get it off in time. Up throw. But what did he press?
Getting a couple lasers here, jumping over the soccer ball and not committing anything more. Numbers has just found the timing for these neutral get-ups to get by everything, but is still able to mix up when they need to. Yes, reflector.
3 times the reflector, actually. And tries to go for the drag down to the up smash, but oh my
God. What a call out!
That was a huge call out, if anything, yeah. But also, I still like the idea to go through the sun salutation there from John Numbers, just because of, it was unreactable at that point.
Okay, just like there was nothing left to do for Tilde there but to hold towards the ledge and pray. Unable to get past WeFit's insane down air, but able to get some combos of his own started. 41 that time.
Still doesn't find those down tilt 2 frames, but it doesn't matter. He's still in a good position to ledge trap. But alas, the multi-hits of the header, they kept him in it. They kept him in that animation and gave John Numbers such a huge window to find a whiff punish.
Yo, Numbers' mix-ups here are actually extremely good right now, acknowledging that, yeah, Tilde has some axe.
Up tilt. This is John mix-ups right now, baby. He is moving.
He's seeing into the code. He knows the numbers. He sees the opportunities, and he's throwing everything at the kitchen and the kitchen sink at the wall.
Okay. Tilde was just trying to get a second to feel himself. He's trying to parry those projectiles, but such a huge conversion, such a good amount of damage as well. He delays a little bit and then still gets the high recovery, but Numbers' coverage is looking excellent.
Oh, that was a huge down air, forcing Numbers in order to abandon the deep breathing.
Oh, but such a good wall jump as well. John Numbers was looking for another spike. And speaking of looking for spikes, Tilde makes it back on. He gets the side B. That was an optimal punish.
So unbelievably clean. Let's see that again. That whole sequence was godlike from Tilde, covering so many options and still able to confirm his backer at the end of the day.
Wow, that was like the only way that he could have gotten any sort of hit on John Numbers, period. He went for the high recovery, and look at how little end lag he had left. He was just about to pop out a shield or something.
This trade is everything, because this Numbers did jump up B in order to get the max distance and make it back. It puts John right here, where that's awkward as hell in order to bypass anything. Had to go for the most awkward of angles, and Tilde able to snipe out all of the options that Numbers had available.
He was able to exploit him for it. Now all of a sudden, it is game number 3. Although how competitive John kept it, Tilde is the one that slowly came out on top each time. 33%, this means nothing to somebody like Tilde.
Yeah, 72 though, we're getting into some awkward percents though. When we're
double jump.
Almost down stock entirely. This should be, but oh, the air dodge was not something that John expected.
And oh my gosh, that could be so huge, but luckily keeping his double jump, able to make it back onto the stage thanks to all those hula hoops, and using laser to swat away header without committing to any other options. And the hitbox on that up B is much bigger than you think it is, but so is that knockback on down tilt.
Yeah, not only closing out the stock there, but being safe while doing it. Like, Numbers in a lead for once again here in this game, but Tilde has shown the means and the opportunities to storm his way back, but just missing on some of these down airs.
Oh, that's a huge up tilt. He gets the ground pound down air, but doesn't find the bounce follow-up. And now still tries to double jump and is able to get that wall jump. Beautiful stuff. He made that situation his own, but so is Numbers, who is so good at playing off that ledge.
Yeah. it's almost like making the reflect like a much more of a hard commitment than it would normally seem given its frame 1 nature.
Oh, yeah.
But Numbers is finding punishes, it's finding ways that make it inconsequential, and finding ways to potentially close out stocks for doing so, unable to get the follow-up with the edge guard though.
Oh, but that down A, not going to be able to do it quite yet. Tilde is bleeding. He needs to get some sort of a stock here, and you know what? He gets that stage spike. That's one way to do it.
Yeah, you know, we take those. You're still a whole stock up, but you'd rather not be 0 against Falco. Tilde getting a little bit wild, trying to go crazy. A quick little crawl there from Numbers in order to get by.
Okay, gets that shine as well, but doesn't actually find any huge follow-ups off of it either. A couple of forwarders looking to catch some sort of an immediate. Oh, what a call out! What a call out!
That's just game. You just gotta hold that. Let's see it again.
John Mix-Ups.
John Mix-Ups.
That's him.
We're seeing like the scariest thing in the world about John Numbers is when he isn't stubborn.
Yes, absolutely. Like he is, no, this is actually like so true that you said this, because he's definitely a player that can sort of pigeonhole into his own play style a little bit. But that time around, his play was nothing short of adaptive. It was adaptive, it was fluid, it was dynamic, and it was ever so changing. And now Tilde, not able to sort of match his damage output, not able to sort of compete with John Numbers' advantage state. This is some of the best I've seen Numbers play.
Yeah, 2-1 in the favor of Tilde, but if there's anything to go by from that previous game and from the entire set thus far, Numbers is consistently knocking at the door, and it's up to Tilde to shut it in its face.
Oh, but he comes back on with that drop down double jump up B, still has so much platform coverage. Numbers is using header so well there, and now has to make it back onto the stage. But hey, again, Ledger's friend, this is his home.
Yeah, he's got to find ways to get bypass through it. Even if he does take a little bit of damage, he knows that the stock is what counts. Like at 50%, you're taking this damage anyway, just off of one throw.
Okay, gets that side B off, and now just holding on to that Sun Salutation a little bit, puts himself onto the corner yet again. F-Tilt not going to be able to come through. Big drag down for Tilde. He tries to go through the second one, but doesn't get the drag down as anticipated as the final multi-hit connects.
Numbers messed up the deep breathing off stage like that. That's so unfortunate. Able to get recollect himself there. But Tilde already in a dominant position and still throwing out some of these empty hop mix-ups despite the jump height from Falco.
That was a bait. That was a bait. John knew that, hey, no matter what, how you reflect this, I'm still going to be able to punish it. And then that double jump gets caught. Falco's double jump goes so high, but such a good angle for Tilde. Making it back on and,
you know, misinputs, but it's okay because it was all an elaborate ruse in order to get to center stage first, keep on the ground, and get that up smash out. Solid anti-air from Tilde.
Oh yeah, and I like the fact that he also like jumped up with the down B, just in case that John Numbers tried to sort of bait out the down B, jump over and then punish him, and there it is, baby. That Wii Fit movement still gets called out by the side B. We're playing Smash.
Because everyone needs their grounded moves every once and again, despite how powerful many aerials are in this game, and Falco's got a whole suite of them. But always keep in mind these grounded moves from Wii Fit as well. That forward tilt is certainly devastating, especially when powered up like this.
Just dashing, able to find that forward, really good stuff. Popping out a couple of lasers as well, and just clipping John's head. Is he gonna find that spike? Not quite yet. I thought that would have been the time that he would commit off stage.
Now this is just hampering with lasers, but the reflect whiffs. And he
just a little bit too far.
Just a touch.
Game of inches, and yeah, John was able to get the whip punish with Sun Salutation.
Alright, classic Falco stuff. You catch anything and you're able to confirm it into a back air. That's the way that Falco plays and wants to continue to play this game. The neutral air dodge into that up tilt.
The laser, just in case that, you know, it's sent up a little bit too far up to maybe get some sort of platform coverage, to maybe get some sort of a jab block setup. Such a huge reflect. Maybe looking for the pratfall setup with that shine as well, because I know that you can do that, but you have to be just at the edge of the platform.
Man, it feels like Numbers has let this slip so far out of grasp, throwing out things like the Sun Salutation very willy-nilly. But he whiffs that grab. But so does Tilde. He whiffs that up tilt back. That time around, though, he picks it up. He gets the stock, he gets the confirm, and he gets that set. Yeah, a couple very stressful games, but Tilde let it all loose in game number 4, closing down much of what Numbers was trying to do. Much of Numbers was like mind games and mix-ups that he had available by just having a reflector on deck and having the means to constantly approach Numbers from a more grounded status.
Yeah, Let me show you. He just wasn't able to get a lot of those like big heavy leads that resulted in a lot of stocks. He was also specifically not able to get those edge guards. Falco, once you do call out the double jump, he has one of the most telegraphable, punishable, exploitable recoveries in the game. In this case, John really, I don't want to say that he let him back on. It's just like Tilde really mixed up his recoveries, right?
For sure.